Hello friends, my name is Alan Josh and I welcome you to this channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some remarks on, some remarks that I believe is going to be of immense help to fellow young people and the not so young who are still liberal enough to relate to the realities of the present age. The present age in the sense that, I've spoken with a couple of elderly people, some very smart people, but because of the generation that they belong to, it's usually quite difficult for them to relate with some of the realities that now are obtainable in this present age. And even young people like myself, people of my age mates, sometimes they just can't relate with the realities of this present age. A lot of times when we say we are into online businesses, the next thing that comes to people's mind is maybe you're into Yahoo business. Some days back I was discussing with my auntie and she was asking what I'm into. I said I do online business, and she started praying for me and started admonishing me to be very careful online, because everyone most of the times really comes to this conclusion that those of us who are into online business are into Yahoo business. But I shared a video some weeks back. You might check down the channel to get acquainted with where I try to clarify that what differentiates the Yahoo business from some other persons who are not into the Yahoo business. So basically today I'll be sharing with you thoughts on what I knew, everything I knew when I started Bitcoin trading business. And of course I'm going to likely discuss more than everything I knew when I started out. Over the years, by the grace of God, I've come to know so many more things, and it's quite difficult to actually sieve out some of the things I knew later from the ones I knew when I started out. So actually it's going to be of immense benefit to any person who is viewing this, because you will be at a better advantage than I was when I started out. Okay, first of all, I'm a pharmacist, but I majorly am into online trading presently, and I also work with a consulting firm, Lineup Consulting. The firm renders consultation works services on business management and leadership. So if you're ever aspiring to be a business person or you're into any business, Linux Consulting has something to offer you. And of course, Linux Consulting also offers people self-enhancement content, things that can enhance your life, that can help you to be better productive as a person. So if you are a human being at all in this generation, Linux Consulting has something to offer you. So you can check out their website, and the address will be at the description section of this video, and every other link that I'm mentioning during the course of this video. Just check out the description section of this video. You should be able to see the exact web address of any platform or any website that I'll be mentioning at all. So by the grace of God, I've been involved in a couple of businesses here and there, and before I eventually now do majorly trading. And I realized that privately I get asked many questions by my private contacts to share with them how to go, because people get to see, just like you see Bitcoin, I'm up and buying Bitcoin, flying here and there, and I'm into Bitcoin business. So people don't know exactly what it's about. Cryptocurrency looks mysterious to many people, and that's why people often fall prey to some of these schemes that come around. I've heard of some people who are into all these Ethereum plans, Ethereum whatever, many of these Ponzi schemes, and they get you to invite some more people into the business. Invite your loved ones. The more you invite, the more you accumulate Ethereum or some other cryptocurrencies. Those things are not cryptocurrencies. They are pure Ponzi schemes. They are the same MMM that used to be. They might be making use of cryptocurrencies, just like when MMM came, for example. It was using a currency of any country it enters into. In Nigeria, for example, it was using Naira. In South Africa, it might be using the rands. On some other nations where it was operating, using the currency of that nation. So in this present time, people use the same model, but now they are using cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a currency like every other currency, but unlike every other currency, it has some peculiarities, which I might discuss in this video. And if I don't, I will tell you how to at least find your way around that. So most of those models that have to do with you inviting people, those are not cryptocurrency business. Somebody chatted me up recently and was asking me privately to register or sign up into a cryptocurrency thing. I told him there's no legit trader who chats you up privately and wants to convince you to enter into a cryptocurrency business. No legit trader does that. Someone just yesterday because the person was asking me questions, I told the person I was going to release a video today, and then she was telling me that I should make it very convincing so that she can be convinced. I'm not going to attempt or try so hard to convince you or convince anybody. I'm just going to clarify thoughts, dissolve some doubts around your mind, cryptocurrency, and maybe give you a kind of knowledge that will help you to be able to start up or start out on a very good ground. One thing that is certain is, by the grace of God, by the time you are done with this video, you'll be at a very good vantage point to start out with the cryptocurrency arbitrage business if you want to. That's if you want to. But just listen up and hear me out. Okay. So when I started out with cryptocurrency, some of the things I got wrong were the psychology. Just like many of you, you must have been seeing some cryptocurrency traders. A lot of time they drive cars around there, young people, and then some other persons post stuff on their status, or like people who are into forex and some other things like that. I mean, trading business, they post stuff on their status of how they are living large and making so much money, and it often gives this kind of impression that you can enter into the business and make it big within a very short while. To be sincere with you, based on my experiences so far, I'm not aware of any business model that offers very quick return within a very short while. Actually, trading is quite amazing, and Bitcoin especially is a 21st century unicorn, like somebody loves to put it. It's a very amazing phenomenon. So it can actually offer return very fast, but the impression that it often gives, like anyone can come into the business, okay, and then start making so much money within a very short while. Yeah, so to be sincere with you, trading can have a quite very quick return on the average, actually more than many other businesses you can think of. But what I often tell people who want to come into trading is the fact that trading, no matter the type of trading we're talking about, be it forex, I'm into forex, and I do cryptocurrency exchange trading on Binance and BitMEX, for example. Those ones are different from cryptocurrency arbitrage. I'm discussing with you basically about cryptocurrency arbitrage using Bitcoin. I mean Bitcoin arbitrage, buying and selling. You buy from Mr. A and you sell to Mr. B. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the other ones. Okay, those ones are quite more. They require some more intense learning and learning experience to be able to perfect those ones. But Bitcoin arbitrage is something you can start out. You can start out within few days after learning some of the things I'll be sharing with you here today. Okay, so trading doesn't violate some basic principles of money making and other life endeavors. Actually, the principles of hard work, patience, diligence, it doesn't violate it. It is not a quick fix thing like you think that just like some other persons are making so much money within a very short while, you can just come in and start making the same amount of money within a short while. No. In every arena where money is made consistently, learning precedes earning. If you intend to earn without learning, you are going to lose so much money and you are going to have to lick so much wounds. Okay, so don't attempt to come here and want to start earning without learning. You got to start the learning experience first. But one thing that is certain is, when I started out, I asked a couple of traders, some people I got to know about who trade, so I got their contacts and I asked them questions. Every single one had a very sad tale to tell when they started out. Every single one has lost money. Every trader who is a pro today has lost money at a point in time, and everyone gets to pay their dues. So if you are coming to this arena, you should be ready to lose money to some extent when you start out. One thing that is going to minimize that is ensuring that you have somebody you can always call upon, or somebody who can guide you. It's going to minimize your losses. It's not going to exempt the fact that you're going to lose some money. Those are very plain truths you've got to know. I'm not going to start painting very huge picture. I don't have so much I need to market, and I'm not very much interested in your money as much as you might think. If I was, I wouldn't be sharing as much information as I intend sharing in this clip. So I'm not going to be selling to you stories that are not true. If you are coming here, you should be ready to lose. You should be ready to take the pains of losing and learn from the experience. Just ensure that as you are losing, you are learning. I often talk about there's a right way to lose money. When you lose money in the course of a crucial learning experience, it is a right way to lose money. When you lose money so carelessly and you are not learning in the process, that's a very poor way to lose money. I've already started the teaching I intend giving out, because these are pure psychological part of trading. And eventually, when you come into trading, you realize that the most important thing about trading are psychology, your emotional intelligence, and your discipline. We talk about technical analysis, which has to do with some of the things you might be seen on the screen, analyzing charts and the like. Those are very crucial parts of trading. But especially your psychology, your emotional intelligence, and your risk management strategy. Those are the things that eventually make you a winning trader, for example. So I might talk about some of those things. I will talk about some of those things in due time during the course of this video. So when you enter into trading, especially Bitcoin arbitrage trading, One of the first things you need to be aware of is your greatest threats are scammers. In Bitcoin arbitrage, your greatest threats are scammers. In forex trading, I've been there, so I know what it means to be in forex. In forex, you don't have so much problem with scammers. Your problem is just you and the charts and plotting charts and taking trades and coming out of trades. You don't have problem with scammers. In cryptocurrency exchange trading, which is different from arbitrage trading. Exchange trading are what you do on Binance.com or BitMEX.com. Those are, they require some sophistications, like I said. Those ones you don't have problem with scammers a lot of times. But when it comes to arbitrage trading, your greatest threats are scammers. Scammers are always there, here and there, and they want to take advantage of your ignorance, of you being a newbie in the business, and they know you don't know so many things. That's why you have to be very careful. It's a risky world here. The risk is very high. When you hear of high returns, without anybody telling you, know that high returns come with high risk anywhere in business. When you hear that the returns on that business is very high, a lot of times it is a high risk business. You don't need anyone to tell you. You understand that? So trading is risky, and that's why you've got to give so much time learning and be patient. Start small. Don't want to start making it big when you start out. If you attempt to start making it so big when you start out, you are going to lose so much money. I can't say that for too much a time. I can't overemphasize that. You've got to get that very straight. So Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency, they are actually a very amazing phenomenon. Like I said, I won't go into details about the safety of it. That was one of the things that made me reluctant to even enter into it so long before. Even after I had been aware of it, I was thinking, Bitcoin, ordinary coin that somebody created somewhere. How am I sure that somebody's not just going to cut away all the coins, all at once? But it's not like that. When you enter into it, you really understand the basics. It's not as simple as that. Blockchain technology is the technology behind the security of Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin. And interestingly, many banks are already exploring the blockchain technology and how to adopt it in their security system, because it's a very amazing technology. Okay, so you can research more on the algorithm behind Bitcoin technology, how the fact that the coordination of the activities on the network, it's based on the agreements among the different groups that control the network. The groups don't know one another. Anybody can actually be part of the group. Actually, if you can solve some algorithm problems, you gain access to the system, so you can make suggestions, not modify, make suggestions into how things operate in the network. So the network works in such a way that before anyone can make any suggestion, every single member of the network must agree to whatever suggestion you want to make. Just imagine your country having different tribes and different interest groups, and every interest group having a say in the constitution of the country, and in such a way that nothing goes into the constitution, nothing takes effect until every single one has agreed. If 99% of the country, the stakeholders, agree to the change, and one person disagrees, it's not going to work. That's how it is with the blockchain technology. Every single one in the network, every single contributor to the network has a say to the security of it. So even if every single one of them was, for example, even if every single one of them was a selfish person, at least nobody is going to allow the other person make any move that is going to be to the detriment of the other person. So everyone is forced to actually agree to any term or any protocol that is favorable unto all. It's a very amazing technology. You can search deeper into that, and then especially the tech people who love to actually upgrade their minds on the blockchain technology. That would be a very good thing to do. So the first thing you need to sort out is your psychology. Don't be desperate and don't be greedy. When you are desperate, you're going to lose money. When you are greedy, you're going to lose customer. That's something a young man told me when I started out with this business. One of the young men from whom I actually heard about and learned Bitcoin, Daniel. He told me, when you're desperate, you lose money. When you're greedy, you lose customers. And that's been very, very helpful in this trading so far. So in starting a Bitcoin business, these are the practical and the major the how to. The number one thing you need to do is have a blockchain account. Go to blockchain.com. Like I said, every website I'm going to be mentioning here, you're going to have the links. You're going to see the links at the description section of this video. So just go there and make sure you use the exact link I gave you, because There are so many hacking sites that just mimic. They can just change one of the letters on the website and you find yourself on those websites. They get your password, they can access your account. Hackers can hack your account when they have access to your password, unless you strengthen it with some other things I'm going to mention later in the course of this video. So go through those links and sign up. The first thing everyone in arbitrage trading gets to have is a blockchain account. If you don't have a blockchain account, you have not started with arbitrage trading. That's the first thing you've got to have as an arbitrage trader, as a vendor. So blockchain is like the central bank of Bitcoin. That's the origin of it, as it were. Where it eventually resides. There are some other platforms that are like the commercial banks. We have paxful.com, localbitcoin.com. Those are other platforms where you can register, and they offer some other services that are not available on blockchain, like you being able to advertise your Bitcoin in the market, and you have people come to buy your coin, and you see some other persons who advertise Bitcoin for sale, and you can buy the coins on those platforms. Unlike on blockchain, where it is solely where you keep coin, there is no platform where you place coin for sale. But blockchain is the most secured website among the cryptocurrency websites. Actually, it is the most sophisticated of them all. Okay, so the first thing is to have a blockchain account. Go to blockchain.com. How do you open the account? The same way you open every account on Facebook or anything. Supply your details, and when you are done, it's so free. And then you have your details there, and then immediately you are done, you have a wallet address. So you can find your way around the website and get access to your wallet address. Your wallet address is equivalent to your bank account. That's your unique identification. No two persons in the whole world have the same wallet address. It is peculiar to you and you alone. It's a combination of some letters and words that are not that has just random combination of letters and words that are peculiar to you alone. So just copy the wallet address. So anytime anyone wants to send you coin, that is what you give the person as your address, just like you give people your bank account. So they copy it and they paste it in a particular column, and then they send coin to you. It's as simple as that. And whenever you want to send coin to people, you request for their wallet address, and then they send it to you. You copy it and paste it at an appropriate portion of the website. Blockchain is quite easy. It's user friendly. You can easily find your way around all the things I'm talking about. You will see the sending option there, the receiving options there, where you can copy your wallet address and where you can paste wallet address and send Bitcoin. That's how it is. Bitcoin arbitrage business is about Mr. A wanting to sell coin to Mr. B. Mr. A doesn't know Mr. B. You know Mr. A and you know Mr. B. Mr. A is the seller. Mr. B is the buyer. They don't know each other, or they don't have direct link with each other. You are the one in between. So you buy the coin from Mr. A and you sell it to Mr. B. So if, for example, Mr. A has a coin worth $1,000, for example, and Bitcoin is quoted in dollars. One Bitcoin presently is about $9,600 as we speak. That's over 4 million naira. Okay, but you don't need to have 4 million naira to trade Bitcoin business. You can buy in bits. You can buy 0.01 Bitcoin. You can buy 0.1 Bitcoin, as small as that. And so, assuming Mr. A wants to sell $1,000 worth Bitcoin, and Mr. A doesn't know Mr. B, and Mr. B is interested in buying Bitcoin worth $1,000. If Mr. B wants to buy the coin at, say, 441 naira per dollar, okay, Mr. A doesn't have somebody to buy it at that rate. So you can buy from Mr. A at 440 naira per dollar. So if you buy at 440 naira per dollar, that's 440,000 naira to buy $1,000 worth of coin. Now selling to Mr. B, you are selling at 441 naira per dollar. That is, you are selling at 441,000 naira. So you are making how much? 1,000 naira. That looks quite small, but with diligence, you are looking for how to increase that kind of transaction to do 2, to do 3, 4, or 5 or more on a daily basis, so that I can make 1,000 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5, on a daily basis. That's actually where the diligence comes from. You can advertise for a whole week when you start out without seeing one single customer. But over time, you may get to have one customer, and over time, you get to have 2, you get to have 3. So over time, you get to have so many customers, and who would come with large amount of coin, $10,000 coin, 20,000, and then the more the number of coins, Bitcoins you are able to buy, in a single day, the more you are able to earn. So the hard work that you have to put into it when you start out, it's where the hard work is, where the work is, that's hard work you've got to put, and nobody bypasses that. Another thing is, if you don't have time for that, you can buy Bitcoin and keep. If, for example, you are aware somehow, maybe you are able to analyze the market, or maybe you have an expert who can give you a signal, or is aware of how the market is going to go, and gives you a signal that you can buy Bitcoin now and keep for some time. Perhaps you don't have time to actually do that on your own, to do the arbitrary trading of buying and selling. You can buy coin, and over time it increases. Bitcoin is quite erratic. It can go down or higher, but there are skills to how to study the market, and you can study with some level of accuracy how it's going to go. So you can get signals and buy coin and keep for a higher. So you buy $1,000 coin, for example, over the course of a few days it might rise or drop depending on the market conditions. So if it's right, it can rise to about maybe $110 or $120. So you have made about $20 increments. That would be good sum. You can do that over and over again. That's how people make money. And this you can do within the comfort of your room or the comfort of wherever you live. You don't need to go anywhere. Actually, what I tell young people, we are at an age where it is actually an aberration for any young person who has an Android phone. Actually, any young person who has enough money to obtain or to procure an Android phone to complain of not having a job, because your Android phone is unemployment. Sincerely, there are so many opportunities online, and maybe I will just talk about some other ones later during the course of this video. So you open a blockchain account. Another account you can open, Paxful account, is another very common account. Like I mentioned earlier, you open a Paxful, the same procedure. You supply your details, and then you have a wallet address on that platform. Different platforms will give you different wallet address for those platforms. Just like if you are having a bank account with UBA or Zenith Bank or Access Bank, they give you different account numbers. It operates the same way. If you can operate a mobile app, you can do an arbitrage business, a Bitcoin arbitrage business. It operates the same way. You just need to switch your mind to the fact that you are not dealing with raw cash or physical cash. You are dealing with digital currencies. But it operates the same way. It operates the same way. So you open this account, you obtain your wallet address, then you learn how to send and receive coin from people. The next thing is how to strengthen your accounts. I said earlier, your greatest risk in this business are scammers. They are looking for how to hack your accounts, and all these platforms, they actually offer you opportunities on how to strengthen your accounts so that you can be more fortified against the influence of scammers. Okay, so on your account on blockchain, on Paxful or local Bitcoin, or whichever account that you're opening, there will be an option for increasing your security. And one of the very crucial ones you want to adopt is using an authenticator. There's something called Google Authenticator. There are some other types of authenticators. You can get them from Google Play Store or Apple Store, for example. And all you do is just go to the security section. I'm sorry I can't give illustrations on the screen now, but just try to relate. You can watch this video over again and go to those websites and just follow all these promptings, and then all the things I'm telling you, follow them and then act them out sequentially. They are very clear when you get to those websites. They can be very clear, really. So you go to the security section, and then you just you go to the options for strengthening your security. Click the authenticator. It will give you the instruction. The instructions are quite clear, the sequential instructions of how you download the authenticator, how you copy the barcode and scan the barcode, and then your account is linked with the authenticator. It works like a soft token. Every time anybody wants to log in, or you want to log in with a new phone at all, even if you have the password, you have to put in the soft token displayed on the authenticator so that you can have access. So it makes it impossible for any scammer who knows your password to be able to log in anywhere. Even if the person knows your password, he will need the soft token to be able to access the website. That's why it's increasing. It adds one more layer to the security of your accounts. And some other options are using the back phrases. There's something called back phrase. In case you have issues with the account, that's how to access the account. Those things are very there, and they are very clear, very, very self-explanatory when you open those accounts. So you can adopt that. So securing your account, and that is it about that. So soon enough, when you start out with arbitrage business, another challenge you face is, where do you get sellers of Bitcoin? Buyers are often not a problem. Buyers are often not a problem. I mean, buyers of Bitcoin are often not a problem. They are everywhere. But legit buyers can be a problem. How to get a legit buyer? And how do you get a legit buyer? If you have a friend who is into Bitcoin business in your contact, charge the person up, and if the person has been around for some time, he can be your ready buyer. I'm a buyer of Bitcoin. I buy Bitcoin every now and then. And of course, you should be able to trust me that I can't scam you. Number one, I'm a Christian. Number two, I'm a public person apparently. So it's usually quite unlikely for a public person like this who has to shoot a video like this to scam you. It's usually anything is possible really, but it's usually impossible. And I'm a pharmacist, and most of the time we are known as it's not even most of the all of the times really, or let me just remain safe and say most of the times, we're often known as the men of honor. So as men of honor, we often don't deal in shady sins, except for maybe a few people in the fold who actually disappoint once in a while really. But those things can be some proof that I can't scam you really. So you have a ready buyer here, and then you can always get my contact at the description section of this video. If you have somebody who wants to sell Bitcoin, that's a ready buyer, that's a ready seller for you. So where can you get ready sellers? Number one, your private contacts on your WhatsApp. If you ever see somebody advertising that he buys Bitcoin, he's also a potential seller. If he buys, then he sells. If you have a good rate, he will be willing to sell to you, especially if the person knows you personally. And then among those your personal contact, how do they get their Bitcoin? Some buy and sell. Some other persons are involved in some online deals where they are being paid in Bitcoin, and they are looking for somebody to help them liquidate the Bitcoin, to buy the coin from them and sell and pay them in Naira or their country's currency. So forex trader, for example, a lot of them get paid in Bitcoin. Some of them can get paid into their bank account directly, but some prefer to be paid in Bitcoin because it's quite easier usually to be paid in Bitcoin. And then you look for somebody to sell. It's quite very fast. Okay, you can sell as soon as you see a buyer. So those are your ready sellers. Some other source is paxful.com. There are people who place coin for sale on their platform. You can always go there and get to Paxful Market, and you see people placing coin for sale. If the rates are favorable, you can buy from them and sell to your legit buyer. Okay, and you can even sell on the platform. It's available there. The options are available on paxful.com to sell coins. So those are your ready sources of sellers. And then the simple thing is advertise and advertise and advertise. You can advertise for a whole week. I remember when I started out, I advertised for one whole week. I didn't get anybody to say hi on my status that he wants to sell coin. It can be quite challenging when you start out, but over time people have it recorded in their mind. And over time I had friends who would just chat me up privately and tell me, oh, I have a brother who has a coin for sale, and then I have somebody who sells Bitcoin, can I link you up with the person? When you have very lovable people in your contact, and I have a lot of them, and I'm very grateful to my contacts for the helps they have rendered in my businesses. So over time people will get to be aware. And some other persons don't have Bitcoin for sale, but because they are aware that you sell coin, someday they can have a contact that wants to sell coin. For example, there are people who find it easier to send money from abroad to your country. It's much easier with Bitcoin really, instead of the hassles and the difficulty of paying bank charges and waiting for days. Sometimes the challenge of using Western Union or some other MoneyGram or some other platforms like that. People prefer, it's quite easy. Some people in some of this in abroad, for example, all they do is they buy the coin with their local currency over there, they send the coin to you, and then you sell the coin here and then get paid at your local currency. That's how easy Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies have made life to be. It makes it quite easy to sell money. So some other persons, people bring in huge amount of money from one country to another, through Bitcoin. That's one of the ways that some people actually evade some payments like that, and some charges that bank often charge them. So they use their money to buy coin in the country where they want to get out the money, and then they take coin to their country and then sell the coin, and then get their equivalent sum quite easily. So you can have such a kind of deal. It can be once in a lifetime deal. Once in a lifetime, somebody may want to save huge amount of coin. It can be just once. That can set you up, for a very, very long time. So you keep advertising and advertising. And another platform, WhatsApp page. There are many WhatsApp pages actually where you have people, ready sellers and buyers who meet online. But the challenge you may have with that is having a page that is very legit. It can be very difficult. Most of the pages that are available are scamming pages. They are designed to actually scam you. Okay, so it can be very difficult to say legit, but how do you get a legit page? You have somebody in your private contact who is into Bitcoin, most likely is in one very legit WhatsApp. You can beg the person to help get the admin to add you up to the page so that you can have access to many ready sellers. There are many sellers of Bitcoin in your country. In Nigeria, there are many, and they are in WhatsApp pages. If you have access to them, they'll be ready sources of selling coin to you, and you have a ready buyer whom you sell to. So the simple thing is, anytime you want to buy or you want to enter the market and start trading, ask your seller how much or at what rate is he or she is buying. When you know the rate of your buyer, then you go into the market, you know the rate at which you want to buy. Your buyer is buying, like I said, at 441 naira per dollar. So the next thing is you enter the market and you start advertising your buying coin. If the person wants to sell you, I'm buying at 440 naira per dollar or 439, depending on what you please and what profit margin actually suits you and makes you happy and makes the seller happy too, or convinces the seller. That's how it is. So that's basically it. I hope I'm not missing out some other things. So I think I made some outline here that would help me ensure that I don't miss out some very crucial details. So I already discussed earlier some of the risk in this business, and I say your topmost risk are scammers. Scammers are everywhere. They want to scam you. How do they scam? They either want to hack your account and get away with your coin, or those are the guys you call the Yahoo boys or the Yahoo girls, as the case may be. Anyone can be Yahoo, either boy or girl. They want to hack your account and get away with your coin and go ahead to sell the coin. Secondly, they want to pretend to be legit buyers. They tell you to send your coin first. When you sell your coin, they block you and go away with your coin. Thirdly, they can implicate your bank accounts. Sometimes they hack another person's account and they come online to buy coin with it. They can come and buy coin from you, and then they pay into your account and they get coin, and someday when the owner of the account is looking for whoever had his or her account, they often will come for you. And then there are many tips to avoid that. It's a very risky word here. Like I said, it's a very risky word, and you've got to be very, very careful and very vigilant, and always have somebody you can always ask questions from to lead you on. Otherwise, it can be very risky. It can be very, very risky. So that's what scammers would want to do. And another risk involved in Bitcoin trading is dip, what you call dip. You can buy coin right now, coin starts dropping. I told you earlier that the current value of coin is about $9,600. Coin can drop to 9,000. If you have coin in your wallet and you bought it and you intend selling, it can drop so fast that you are losing. So you want to be sure, you want to be very careful to sell as soon as you buy. Or if you want to keep, you want to get expert advice. I offer expert advice to people because I do price analysis. Price analysis is simply the backbone of all form of trading, really. The backbone of forex trading. And that's why, because I learned price analysis, I'm into forex trading, and I'm into crypto exchange trading, and it also helps with Bitcoin arbitrage. But really, you really don't have to be a pro in price analysis to get involved in Bitcoin arbitrage. I have many friends who make so much money every now and then, day in, day out, and they know almost nothing about price analysis. All they do is they buy and sell as soon as possible, and sometimes they consult me or consult some other persons who are good with price analysis to give them ideas on when to keep, and they are making good sums. So you don't need to be a legend of price analysis to be able to do arbitrary business. You can learn it within a couple of days. With the things that I've told you so far, you can learn this thing and be a pro at Bitcoin arbitrage trading. So those are basically what you need to know. And then, like I said, we're in a generation where it is almost an aberration for any young person to complain of having no job, especially if you have an Android phone. There are many opportunities available online. I was telling, just yesterday I was speaking with a young lady who happens to be one of my friends. We were sharing, and because she told me some of the things she was doing. She is mostly at home doing mostly, as far as business is concerned, she's not doing so much. So I had to try to encourage her many opportunities that exist online. You can go online, for example, just look for any product or service that you like. All you need to do is do your due diligence to be sure that this platform is offering legit products and they are reliable and their products are of good quality. The next thing is contact them privately and offer to be one of their affiliate marketers. I told you earlier, Linux Consulting, for example, we offer a broad range of services. We offer services that borders around business management and leadership. We help people to register their product with corporate or their business with Corporate Affairs Commission, the business, their companies, their organization with Corporate Affairs Commission. We offer online training services on forex trading, on cryptocurrency trading, cryptocurrency exchange trading, and then we offer some consultations on self-enhancement, giving you structures for your life and how to better make the most of your life and be more productive in your life. We offer a broad range of services around that. We offer, of course, good signal services, and we do some other accessory works like that. So for example, it's one of the simplest things to just go onto the website to check the products out, be sure that really Linux Consulting is offering these good services. And the next thing is contact Linux Consulting and offer to be their affiliate marketer. You can put their products on your statuses, on your Facebook platforms, advertise their products, and then when people are interested in, you link them up, and then you already have an agreed upon return that you get for every single client or customer that comes through you to the firm. You know, you can do this with Linux Consulting. You can do this with any other firm. You can go online, check any platform that is offering good products, chat them up privately, contact the owners or the managers of the platform, offer to be their affiliate marketer. That's one good way to make your money instead of just flooding your status every day with one challenge or the other, and then not, you are making somebody rich by doing that. You are either making money online, or you are helping some other persons make money. You are either making meaningful, you are either doing meaningful things, or you are helping other person do meaningful things. And you want to be at an advantage. Use the internet to your advantage. Use the internet there are many opportunities. Learn digital marketing. Even if you don't have a product, learn digital marketing. And when you are smart at it and you have a good result at it, you can always consult anybody and be their digital marketer, or get a product really and start marketing for yourself. There is some importation business. At Linux Consulting, we offer training on importation, teach people on how to get into mini importation, import stuffs from China. You'll be so amazed at how cheaply some things can be imported from China. There was a wristwatch I imported some time ago, and then that wristwatch cost about 2,000 naira. I mean, the cost price with the buying and then the transporting to Lagos and then to my location, they cost 2,000 naira. When I checked the market price, this wristwatch was going for 25,000 naira in the market. The same quality. What do you think I should do? Sell for 3,000 naira? Interestingly, if you sell as low as that, many people wouldn't want to come for it because they will think it's actually of fake quality, or it's fake. So the next time, okay, it is being sold for 25k. Okay, I will make my own quite cheaper. How about selling for 22k? Something bought for as low as 2,000 naira being sold for 22k. You are making how much profit? 20,000 profit per wristwatch. And actually, it can be quite simple. Many of these things you go to ShopRite to buy, they're actually cheaply imported. And if you can find your way to the source, to the manufacturer, and import those things, that's a good way to make money online. I've been into this and I know how it works, and it's quite helpful. It's something any young person can do. There is no excuse. There is no excuse for being, if you have an Android phone, you have got an employment. So you should work with that kind of mind. So hereinafter, if you ever think about, or you ever have any need to be in any you are interested in having a closer interaction with me, maybe you're interested in a mentorship interaction or a coaching interaction, you can always chat me up, contact me. My contact is there at the description section. Or maybe you are interested in any partnership. For example, maybe you have the cash and then you are interested in making the most of your funds. You don't want to just leave it at the bank or a fixed deposit where they offer you peanuts for your good funds, and you are interested in a partnership. I'm a trader and I'm involved in some other business. We can discuss on how to help you make the most of your funds and give you better return to your capital. We can negotiate. Or maybe you are interested in starting a Bitcoin business, and through this video alone you have been able to get a good bearing. Actually, like I said, if you pay close attention to what I said in this video, you won't need so much of any mentorship actually to be involved in Bitcoin arbitrage. Of course, maybe some of the things that maybe a closer interaction might offer you is maybe helping you learn faster, or maybe helping you to avoid some other risk that you could have learned so painfully through a personal experience. But actually, since I shared here, it's enough to actually have a good start in Bitcoin arbitrage. But if you're interested in any partnership, okay, having started, or when you're starting the business and you are having access to customers, you need a legit trader out that offer you good rates that will help you to have a better advantage at getting good sellers. I can always be here. We can partner. You do the advertising, you buy your coin, I will be your ready buyer. Those are ways we can partner. And if you want to be involved in forex or involved in price analysis or some other things that I said require some higher sophistication and some more devotions to learn, you can always get across to me and we can talk about it. And then like I said, Learner Consulting can always be of help to you. You're having challenging with scheduling, with making the most of your life, and then you are hassled by many life issues, life demands, and you are finding difficult on how to handle your life demands. Learner Consulting enhances life and business. That's what we do. That's our specialization. You have started a business and you want to go into partnership and you don't know how to structure the partnership, terms and conditions, and you don't know how to interact in such a way that everyone is happy. Learner Consulting offers mediation, arbitration services. We can stand as the in-between in helping you formulate a good partnership plan between you and your partner. We offer a broad range of topics like that. And I must let you know, over the course of time, you should expect to get very valuable resources from this channel. We'll be offering contents that spread or span across different aspects of life, from business to leadership to relationship to some extent, and then to politics and governance and everything that actually borders on the human endeavors. And at some points, we'll be inviting some very relevant people to share very relevant topics and helpful topics here on this channel, and I think you don't want to miss out on those things. They're going to be of help to you. I can assure you of that. And if you don't want to miss out on that, you really serve yourself very right and very well by just clicking on the subscribe button at the lower right hand side or corner of your screen. That red button there is the subscribe button. Yeah, that's the way to ensure that you don't miss out on the contents that go out of this channel, and you want to have access to them and you don't want to miss out on them. That's how to do it. Click the subscribe button and always be kept abreast as regards the content that we shall be releasing here every now and then. I do hope that what I have shared with you today have been of immense blessing to you. And sincerely, just yesterday I was viewing somebody's status, and you know what it says? It said, anyone who teaches you how to trade Bitcoin, how to do Bitcoin business, has given you a lifelong help, has rendered you a lifelong help, and it's a lifetime investment. Bitcoin has been around for quite some time. There are a few people who are aware of it. No matter how many people who are aware of it, we are still at the very fledgling stage. And if you are getting to be aware of it now, you are one of the most advantaged ones, and you can take advantage of this opportunity and upgrade your life. If you are in any business, any employment, you can make it a side hustle and augment the things that you earn from your business. You are earning salary, instead of just keeping it, you can put it into a good business like Bitcoin or some other business, mean importation, and find a way to multiply your funds instead of just saving. Saving is not smart enough. When you are done saving, invest. It's a very smart thing to do. Thank you so much for having been with me so far. I enjoyed every moment I spent talking with you, and I hope you did enjoy every moment you spent listening to me. Thank you so much, and I do wish you all the best. Thank you so much once again. Once again, my name is Alan Josh, and I'm going to be close by